Hello and welcome to the Better Each Day podcast radio show. I'm your host, Bruce Hilliard, and this is episode 100. I sincerely thank all the supporters of the show, the listeners, and the guests. It's been an adventure and an honor to be part of the show, from conception to recruiting the initial guests to now welcoming guests that contact me to be on the show. And today's guest is one that did exactly the latter. He is lead vocalist Ethan Bell of the Ethan Bell Band, with 2 songs from their new album, Hurt Somebody and Some Girls Just Got It. The Ethan Bell Band is available on Spotify and iTunes, and following this catchy intro, we'll jump into a chat with guest Ethan Bell, already in progress.
Welcome to the Better Each Day podcast radio show with Bruce Hilliard. Today and every day, reaching out for innovative ideas in every way. Today's show is brought to you by your future. It comes with a lifetime guarantee. Make a better each day now, baby. Better in every way.
First album?
Yeah. We put out our first album back in August of 2019 here, and so it hasn't even really it's brand new.
It's officially
it's barely
dropped.
Been out, so.
Yeah, wow, it's amazing. I would think you've been in the recording studio for 10 years at least.
No. I mean, we put out some songs back in 2017. We put out 2 songs, and then in 2018 we put out 2 songs. And I wanted to put an album together, and we were trying to figure out how to put the money together for this and how to do that. And we actually ended up saying, you know what, let's just self-produce something and get something out there, and then we can use the money from that to invest back in, and either if we want to go and do it again and upgrade equipment, we can do that, or if we want to put the money towards going to a bigger studio, we can do that too. So I'm very happy with how everything turned out and how it's going so far.
You've got a plan and a vision. You've opened for Jake Owen and Tim McGraw, correct?
Yeah, we played at Country Thunder with them. So we played the show before Jake Owen, and actually with Tim McGraw, we actually played like the after party up at Country Thunder. It was this year, so That was pretty cool. It was, I mean, when you do stuff like that, it's not like you're like get to go hang out with the guys or anything like that. Like we've opened up for Zach Brown Band at Wrigley Field before. We've played with Chase Bryan and Dylan Scott. We even played with the Marshall Tucker Band.
Wow.
And they were. We actually got to meet them. But yeah, those are all really cool experiences.
When I was about 19, I think. Heart was just starting out. Dreamboat Annie had just come out. That was their first album, and I was booked with them, and I'd heard of them, and I heard they were good and everything. I had no idea what they were, how far they were going to go with it, but that was a really fond memory. But it went on to, I don't know if you'll recognize any of these guys because it's a long time ago, but Dr. Hook, they had a string of hits and stuff. I think they were bigger in the UK than they were in the US, but I played 2 shows with the Ramones. But it's always fun to know that a lot of these people are very shy, that you wouldn't think, or, to know the human element of the whole thing, and it kind of makes you. I think it would give you confidence,
Oh yeah, Well, because they're just people. You know what I mean? And like they put in all the same hours, that you're putting in right now. It's like they've gotten past that tier that you're at. It's like that they put in all those hours and all that time and making the connections and putting the music together and working on writing and working on their stage show. I mean, that's a ton of work, and so, but at one point they were just playing open mics or, talent shows or something like that. It's like, that's how everyone started, because everyone starts at the beginning, so.
Yeah, and it just doesn't look like it when all you see is promo pictures or maybe a video,
Yeah.
or you see them in concert when they're at the very best, the top of their day, you know. That's tough to do too. You got to be on, you know. It's showtime. I don't feel like, yes, you do.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Because people come to see the show, you know. So, and I think it's cool. I think it's cool as a you know, we've been a band for about 5 years, and we were kind of waiting to start putting our stuff out because my whole thing was I just wanted to find a way that we could make good money, you know, starting off and but like as you get to open up and as an artist and you start to really be real with people and you can kind of share your story a little bit on stage and as a part of your show, and there's kind of a place to share the ups and downs, you know, within the concert, you know, versus just, you know, kind of being like, oh, well, we're a pop country cover band, and, you know, let's all get drunk and dance. You know, there's a time and place for that too. Yeah. But it's like even in the little time it's been since we dropped the album, it's like, you know, there's time for stories and stuff like that. People are like more receptive and expecting that when you have an artist identity. Then it's just like, I'm gonna go listen to this band play. You know, it's totally different dynamic. So.
Well, I'm going to ask you pretty please, can you introduce the guys in the band and what everybody does?
Yeah. So Brandon Weber is my right-hand man. He's our road manager. He was the first one that I got together with when I was trying to start a band. He plays guitar in the band, he sings. But when he first started, he was playing everything. He was playing like banjo and keyboard and mandolin and, you know.
Wow.
And we kind of stopped doing all that because it was just too much stuff to look around and set up. And for a while before we got a full-time sound engineer, he was helping with sound too. Like me and him were running sound off the stage, and, you know, it was, or, you know, when we were playing bigger clubs and they had a sound engineer, we would have them. But so Brandon's great though. He does all of our day of show advances and scheduling and stuff like that too. So he's not only an awesome player, but he helps me stay sane, you know, with as busy as things get. You know, it's like the more that I'm able to give something to someone and say, here, can you be in charge of this and make sure this gets done? It's like, I know Brandon will always come through. So, and then we've got Jonny Gifford.
That's great.
Is our drummer, and he's the one that I actually met through Mike Schwebke. I was playing this show in the Quad Cities, and I needed a drummer, and Mike couldn't make it, and so he recommended Jonny, and then Jonny and I we clicked, you know, pretty good. So Johnny's an awesome player. So he's always got his stuff together music wise. So, you know, even when he doesn't know the song, he can play along. And then Eric Smith is our bass player, and Eric is a man of few words, but he plays the bass really well. He's good friends with Jonny. They went to NIU together, and they're also since we're talking about Mike Schwebke, they're also good friends with Mike. And then we just hired on this year our full-time sound engineer, Andrew Schneider. So he went to Milliken. He's also a singer and plays keyboards and does other stuff. But, you know, for the band, he makes sure that you hear the best sound you can, you know, when you're at a show. So.
And you, Ethan Bell, are the voice of the Ethan Bell Band, coincidentally.
Yeah. I was doing like all this kind of solo acoustic thing and playing, and I was making some good money just kind of playing in bars and restaurants and whatever, and I just didn't really feel like I could do any more with that, and so I wanted to start band, and I tried to put together for a year, and we talked about naming the band something else, and I'd already kind of had a name in the area, so we just used the Ethan Bell name, you know, but I was always kind of open to doing it, whatever, but yeah, so I sing in the band and also run the band and organize, our practices. I do a lot of our social media marketing stuff. I obviously sing in the band. I organize for the writing teams for the band. So I write a lot, and then I also have other guys that I write with. And yeah, so I'm like the owner and operator and manager and all that stuff right now. So I don't want to discount, or I say manager, like, the day-to-day operations of the band. But we have a manager, Francesca, we're with Blue Amp Management, and she does more back business type stuff and handles our booking schedule. So we have that team member too. She's fantastic. And she's probably taking on clients too. So, all you people listening, go get her. She's fantastic.
Yeah. Cool. It's so nice that your birth name is Ethan Bell.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I didn't make it up.
Yeah, it sounds like it, but you don't have to now, because your name could have been like Earl Shitpansky or something like that.
I'm so glad it's not. Yeah.
So, Hurt Somebody and Some Girls Just Got It. Who wrote those songs?
So, Hurt Somebody, I wrote with the head of my writing team. His name's Steve Smentek. He runs the Next Level Music Group. So, he's been helping me with rights, but also with some of our marketing. Working on Spotify stuff, and it's a whole nother business position. There's so many hats for it. So, but Hurt Somebody was a title that he had, that he was actually had pitched to one of the female artists that we write with, and she was like, I don't know, I think this is more of a guy song, and you should write it with one of your guy artists. So Steve pitched me the idea, and we were doing a two-way, right? Normally we have a third person. And it was it was a really easy song to write. I mean, we had this idea of, this guy that, it's like he's at home, and maybe his wife or his girlfriend, or, she's going out with having a girls' night, and he's just kind of teasing her, and he's like, oh, wow, you look so good. Like, you're going to break some hearts tonight. They're all the guys are going to be ogling you and trying to hook up with you. And, I'm not worried about it, 'cause I know you're coming back home to me, but, I want you to have fun. You look great tonight. So go break some hearts, it's just kind of it's just kind of a silly, flirtatious song. And, I've been married for about 9 years now. So, it's like, that's exactly how I would, talk to my wife if she was heading out on the town. So we like to tease each other.
My world. Well, everyone's gonna be looking at you when you walk in the room, and I'll tell you the truth, I already know what you're gonna do. You're gonna hurt somebody out there on the floor. The way you move that body, nobody can ignore. So have your fun till last call. What those other guys don't see is that you're coming home to me. Yeah, you're gonna hurt somebody. I ain't joking when I say you're gonna break some hearts. Every guy's gonna wanna know who you are. They've been chatting you up, getting to know your friends. Baby, where you been, what you drinking? We already know how the story ends. You're gonna hurt somebody out there on the floor. The way you move that body, nobody can ignore. So have your fun till last call.
super great song. I love the hook. I like it. It's kind of a story song, and it's not. But yeah, it's brilliant. I love it.
Thank you. I'm glad you dig it. Yeah, Some Girls Just Got It. So, Won't Actually Hurt Somebody's our current radio single too. So, be sure to call your local radio station and ask it. And if they don't have the song, then they can get a hold of us and get it. So, Some Girls Just Got It is going to be the next single we put out off the album. And actually, it's the only song on the album that I didn't write. One of the writers that I work with is named Tim Gleason, and he's an awesome songwriter. He's got like Hold You Now and Party Bus, and I think those are the other songs those are the other two on the song that we wrote together that are on the album. But we were actually doing a side project with them. We were doing this Beatles tribute thing it was the umpteenth anniversary of the Sgt. Pepper's album. So we're doing like a Sgt. Pepper's side project, just for a couple shows for this, I think it was the 50th anniversary. I'm pretty sure.
50th anniversary.
I think so. It was like a year or two ago. And but what happened is we were playing the show, and Tim went over to Brandon and was like, "Hey, I need your help with some harmonies," And he showed him this song, and he's like, "I want to show this song to Ethan because I think it would be a good song for you guys." And so he took Brandon in like this broom closet during the break at this Sgt. Pepper's show, and they worked out this song, and then we played another set of songs, and then he brought me, and then we brought me into the broom closet. They're like, "All right, check this out," and they pitched this song to me like that. And I don't know, I love the song, so I was like, "Oh, this is really cool," It was fun working on it. We recorded that one actually at Kiwi Audio with Andrew Dewar with Do or Die Productions, and we had put the song out in like 2018, and it made it on the album. So I don't know, I just love this song. It's kind of got this retro pop country vibe to it.
Some girls just got it. Something natural about it. Yeah, when she take a picture, she don't need a filter. She's so cool. Some girls just have it. Beautiful like it's a habit. And every face lights up when she shows up and walks in the room. Some girls just got it. Some girls like you. Well, girl, you're amazing. Just a simple way you are. You're driving me crazy, and you ain't even trying hard. Put your hair in a ball cap, walk down the hallway, wearing nothing but a tee. And I think those eyes look the prettiest when they're looking right back at me. Some girls just got it. Something natural about it. And when she take a picture, don't need a filter. She's so cool. Some girls just have it. Beautiful like it's a habit. And every face lights up when she shows up and walks in the room. Some girls just got it. Some girls like you. Some girls, they try and try, I wonder why they do. You make looking good look easy just by being a you. Some girls just got it. Something natural about it. Yeah, when she take a picture, she don't need a filter. She's so cool. Some girls just have it. It's so good, it's automatic. And every face lights up when she shows up and walks in the room. Some girls just got it. Some girls like you. Oh, some girls some girls like you.
I'm glad you came out of the closet on that one. Yeah, it's good. It's funny you're doing a Sgt. Pepper's tribute thing during the writing of something like that.
Well, you know, I mean, we all love the Beatles, and so it was kind of like, I don't know, like we've been playing and doing our show, like let's do something fun. So we actually got the whole band involved. You know, there was like 15 people in the band, and we had wind and strings, and you know, the whole thing that was cool about that show was that it was all the instrumentation live, you know, so we weren't playing with a keyboard player that was like playing the string parts. There were actual string players in the band, and we even had the guy. It was, and I'm gonna mess up the story, but I think it's called "Within You, Without You." That song, you know, we did all the stuff with the sitar player. I mean, it was totally unreal, you know.
Was he an East Indian guy?
He was, yeah. Pretty cool guy. He spoke English, you know. It was a little hard to understand it sometimes, but like there were some other guys that had studied at NIU that were like playing some of the other Eastern instruments, you know, and like they were getting like, you know, a little lesson sessions with him, and they were super excited about it. So just from getting to meet him.
That's quite a project.
Yeah, oh yeah. It was a big project. You know, it was huge, and you know, we ended up playing just a couple shows from it, and you know, it was a lot to orchestrate and organize and stuff. So we had fun though. You know, looking back, it was stressful at the time, but we had a lot of fun. You know, it was cool to do something just different. You know, that for me, it was cool to do something different with all the guys in my band. That wasn't me running the band, you know. So I just sang and played guitar for a couple songs, and I wasn't in charge of when everyone needs to show up and making sure all that happens, and you know, all that. It was just me getting to play. So that was fun. It's fun to do that every once in a while.
That sounds really fun. Well, great. What are your plans for the future? You're planning on getting some people to help promote the record, or what are you going to do?
Yeah, I mean, we've sold a couple hundred copies of our physical CD already. You know, our fans are eating it up, and you know, we're actually working on all of our plans for 2020, and we've got a small tour that we're trying to put together. We've got, you know, we're gonna keep promoting the current album, and we're gonna try to get money together to do a bigger release in 2021. So we got some new songs that we're gonna put out in 2021, or 2020 rather, and then we got some pretty big shows too. So we're kind of in the process of talking in that. I mean, one of the big things that we are currently doing and are going to do more aggressively is radio stuff. So, you know, we're not currently working with a label. So our radio stuff is, you know, you can work with some of these smaller town radios, or if you're working on if you're doing events or playing events that are sponsored by the station, you know, the bigger stations, they'll have you on. And then also like all request hours, you know, because they'll play anything during those. So we're getting a lot of stuff like that, and then also doing a lot of podcasts and like internet radio too, because those are you don't need to spend, you know, millions of dollars to get your song spun on those. So you know, once we have millions of dollars to spend, I'm sure we'll be on some of those bigger stations. So we're working our way up.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to turning on my radio and hearing the Ethan Bell band, and I can tell my buddies, I had this guy on my show.
Yeah, I can't wait for that.
And everybody cheers, and and Ticker tape parade. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. I want to thank you for your time, Ethan. It's been wonderful talking to you, and I wish you the very best of luck, and I'm sure you're going to get a couple of good breaks here.
Yeah, I think so too. Thanks a lot for having me on, and I'm looking forward to listening to the whole thing.
Listening to the Better Each Day podcast radio show with Bruce Hilliard. We'll be back with a new horizon, but until then, honor the future. It comes with a lifetime guarantee.
And we're all just trying to make the next day a bit better.